Dr. Psycho, Fearsome Flyer. Anger is a disturbance in the world, terrorism, chaos, and I can feel its pain. Washing my hands away from these sins, I'm about to tell, my hands covered in blood. Take the ones who fear and have them fear no more. This is the reason why I'm alive, to put an end to the disturbance, to conquer jealousy. That's why I've chosen to remain the Fearsome Flyer. Panning the skyline, Fearsome Flyer. I can't trust anyone now. People wonder what side I'm on. I am on my own. There is no one to trust, no one to live for. My independence was taken at a young age, an age where I remembered both sides, yin and yang, good and evil. Convention Center Storage Garage. At the back of San Diego Convention Center, Jennifer, a black belt karate fighter, she punches repeatedly a rag dummy. Meanwhile, in the warehouse shadows, metal discs are being collected. Spare electric wires are stashed in a doctor's coat pocket. A shadowed man laughs as he puts his gloves on, pitch black. Ah, you don't want a mask, boss. Lightning. Dr. Psycho points his finger at the wall, then creates an X shape by crossing arms so they intersect. He points his other finger and blasts the wall with electric currents from his finger. In the dark, I am not alone, but those who stare can see no more. In the day, I live a life that anyone would have. In the night, my thoughts become reality. Marshall leaves the classroom in his power chair and picks up speed as he enters the school hall. Dusk is quickly arising. Marshall presses a button on the chair, and as his power chair reaches the road around the school, it transforms into a black motorcycle. Marshall turns into Fearsome Flyer, and his black helmet shines in the night. Psycho has started his rise to terror. His eyes are set for First Union Bank, a high-rise in downtown South Huntington Beach. The metal discs act as suction cups when electricity is fed through them. He climbs the exterior of the bank. He punches through a window and slides it open. He enters the interior of the room and walks towards the safe. He draws with his electric laser a circle around the safe's lock, using his handheld blade to cut out the softened steel. He knocks the lock into the safe, and he opens it to gaze upon golden blocks. As he enters the safe, his boot triggers a laser alarm. As the alarm blares, Fearsome Flyer senses danger, and he heads for First Union Bank. Many police officers surround Dr. Psycho, but this is no match for the deranged killer. Freeze! He thinks for a little and starts using electricity to his advantage. He draws a line on the carpet between him and the cops. The carpet bursts into flames, and one cop opens fire. Dr. Psycho creates electric voltage from his fingers and blasts the wall behind the cops. At this, all the cops open fire. Meanwhile, near the building, Fearsome Flyer's helmet digitally erases as the masked warrior jumps off the motorcycle in a circular flip. He draws the sword and turns the current on. He then is attracted to the bank. Bullets ricochet off Psycho's lab coat, which pierce some unlucky cop's chest. From the large stained glass window, Fearsome Flyer makes his appearance known. The standing cop points their guns at Fearsome Flyer. Shoot! Bullets race towards Fearsome Flyer, and some bounce off his muscled chest. He notices that he is getting attacked, so he starts twirling his sword. Faster and faster with the blades go. Before long, the bullets bounce off the sword's blade. They bounce back to the wound more cops. Dr. Psycho uses this time to his advantage and makes his getaway. San Diego Airport. Everything is going right. Security is checking baggage and searching all expected passengers, but something is wrong. Everyone synchronizes watches. Okay, you manipulate his attention for exactly 25 minutes. They give us 5 minutes to pass security checks undetected. We must remain calm while passing. We need to use the way of the ninja to pass by metal detectors. In approximately 120 seconds, Flight 118 opens for boarding. Keep an eye on your watch, and after passing the metal detectors, disperse in all directions. In 100 seconds, we must all meet in the boarding area and act like we don't know each other. The mission is carried out, and in 2 minutes, Flight 118 starts backing up as the flight attendant shuts and locks the plane's doors. All 6 assassins are now on board. Convention Center storage garage. Jennifer is alone, but not for long. Fearsome Flyer swoops down to accompany the Dark Soul. You are not alone in this world. I feel your pain. Having something taken from you that means so much to you can remain so hard to accept. Gone. Why are they gone? Who can take them from me? I have no purpose anymore. I failed my parents, and now look at me. I have no choice but to fight. But sometimes fighting isn't always bad. If you channel your energy the right way, it can have a positive effect. You mean there's a choice? There's always a choice. Just choose well. Things have their consequences. In the dark, I've been waiting for you to return. We have a deal to be made. The deal's off, madman, raising terror in the eyes of society. You should be ashamed. But I gave you your part of the deal, and you haven't finished giving me mine. All I want is you to guide Jennifer, teach her your ways. You have come so far, my love. Never give up. All right, I'll train her to understand. One day I will see your grave. One day you will, lying next to me in your grave. Fearsome Flyer quickly unfolds his arms, turns away, grabs Jennifer by the shoulder, and walks to the door. Hey, as the two leave the warehouse, the unmanned motorcycle of Fearsome Flyer races up. Fearsome Flyer pulls out a button device and presses it. The motorcycle transforms into a black Lamborghini. Suddenly the door opens. Come on, get in. Get off, you're hurting me. When they get in, the Lamborghini speeds off. An exterior shot from outside, a worm's eye view catches the speed of the metal beast. Look, neither you or I want this, but you got to take what you dish out. Where are we going? Wherever hell takes me. A bird's eye view shot catches the speeding car from above. Outside the 3rd Avenue, H Street, Chula Vista multi-story building across from St. Rose Parish. Thug 2 loads his gun in the shadows. A working lady in high heels exits her office and walks down the staircase. as she carries her papers, and being caught by the beauty of the statue in the background, Thug 2 dashes to the staircase. The lady continues to descend down the staircase, and Thug 2 pulls the gun and stands behind the woman. He points the gun at her throat under her neck. "Don't move, lady. I don't intend to. What do you want? Money, power, anything you can give me. If you can't give me anything, then you're worthless to me, and you know what happens to people who are worthless. Kill them, just like I'm about to kill you." He puts his finger on the trigger, and suddenly Fearsome Flyer's black glove knocks the gun out of the thug's hand. The gun backfires and the woman screams. Fearsome Flyer turns to the electric magnetism sword on after drawing it from his holster on his back. Voltage goes everywhere. Jennifer witnesses it all from a safe place on the floor above. She doesn't scream. Fearsome Flyer is pulled from the wall to wall as the thug tries to shoot him. The thug loads and reloads the gun, but no luck. The thug runs away, and so does the work lady. "Wow, that was awesome." "Yeah, but don't expect any thanks, kid." "Why not?" "Sometimes you can't expect what you believe you've earned. But I think you're amazing." "Others don't. Neither will they respect you if you follow my ways." Night, downtown San Diego, crystal top-shaped high-rise. Dr. Cycle stands atop the building. As he laughs, electric voltage gives off from his lab coat. The voltage surrounds them. Cycle stops his foot down, which cracks the glass roof. When he falls in the building, he finds himself in an empty office. He starts shooting with electric charges, coffee pots, picture frames, starting small fires, and shuffling and blowing around papers with a magnetic charge. He cannot be stopped. Enjoying every minute of destruction, Dr. Cycle knows he will be stopped, so he uses his time wisely and radios his squad of ninja assassins on a terrorist mission. "This is Dr. Cycle. How is your Flight 118 hijack mission going along?" "We have entered the airline. It's time to start phase 2. The hijackers and I are strategically placed. 2 storage, 1 near each wing. 2 others, counting me, are located near the cockpit. Our guns are loaded. Our ammo is ready." She looks at the nearby assassin. "We're just a couple of bloodthirsty murderers." "Excellent work, Miss Conwell. The journey has only begun with you. I have power. The power there comes strength." Melissa's watch count down to 2:42. "Come on." She pushes Melissa forward to the cockpit door. An assassin 1 starts ramming the cockpit door. Melissa radios on her walkie-talkie placed in her ear. "Wing assassins at 3 o'clock. We should have the cockpit in our control. Our mission will then start. Grab the weapons from your carry-on bag, and at 3:02, bring attention to yourselves." Check. At 3:02, Sturge assassins. "This flight is headed for Gotham City, but we will guide the plane off course and fly towards North Huntington Beach. The guaranteed excess amount of fuel will be highly flammable to the suitcase bomb you smuggled in. Program the bomb to explode at 3:34 as our guided missiles reach its destination." Check. The assassins carry out each step accurately. The clock reads 3:02, and assassins 2 and 3 get out their seats. Being dressed like any ordinary passenger, nothing is noticed. The cockpit door opens. "All right, no one move." Don't call for help. Melissa pulls out a small Uzi. She points at and blasts the wires to communication. Then she turns the weapon on the pilots and pulls the trigger. Assassin 2 and 3 pull their guns from their carry-ons. No one moves. No one gets hurt. The cockpit is under control. The pilots are dead in 32 minutes. You'll be dead too. But no worries. You won't miss this godforsaken world. What do you plan to do in life anyway? Assassins 4 and 5 uncover the suitcase bomb. Assassin 4 programs the bomb to explode at 3:34. The plane changes its course to North Huntington Beach, condo complex near downtown Library, between Petco Park, San Diego, and the trolley tracks. Thug 2 and 3 are playing cards. Revolvers are lying on the table. An ashtray has a lit cigarette. Thug 2 picks it up while concentrating on his hand. He exhales the smoke. You ever wonder about the boss? What do you mean? It seems like we're the ones stuck doing the dirty work while he's out having fun making a living hell out of this world. And what do you get? Nothing. Sure you do. You get your face in the most wanted list. As Thug 3 smokes a cigarette, Thug 2 throws down 2 cards and picks up 2 new ones. I know where you're coming from, but still, we don't get to plan no pranks. We just gotta wait for what the boss dishes out. Well, what would be the perfect plan? Oh, I don't know. You remember when we held up those people at the game? Yeah. That was a pretty kick-ass show. I wish we could pull that off again. But where could we pull it off? The football stadium down south. Convention Center storage garage. Jennifer is back at the assassin training quarters for the time being. She is now training with a ninja assassin. She is blindfolded to teach her how to rely on sound. They practice combat exchanges, exchanging blows, and the fighting stops when Jennifer falls to the ground, her lip cut and bleeding, but she does not cry because she cannot feel pain anymore. She takes her blindfold off and gets up and grabs her knees, trying to catch her breath. The ninja assassin takes off his hood. Nicely done, Jennifer. You need to be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, breathing heavily. Why do I have to learn how to fight anyway? You're in our hands now. Dr. Psycho ordered us to train you. What does he want from me anyway? There I was, minding my own business, and all of a sudden this psycho walks in my life. Why? The assassin is silent and not really listening. What are you staring at? You have your mother's eyes. You didn't know my parents. No one has told you? When your parents were still around, I met your parents. You see, we were ordered to do what we were trained to do. We were ordered by Dr. Cycle to raid your house unannounced when you were gone. That's why you're here with us. Dr. Cycle climbs the side of the building with a suction cup, metal discs on his elbows and knees. Once he reaches the roof, his electric voltage surrounds the deranged man. As his evil laugh fills the air, lightning fills the sky. Thunder rumbles as Dr. Cycle starts slowly slipping down the digital rooftop. He descends to another hexagon tower of the building. Fearsome Flyer senses the doctor's presence and points the sword at nearby buildings. As he almost collides with the selected structure, he uses his strong legs as a spring. He quickly turns off the charge, points the sword at a building in Dr. Cycle's direction. Fearsome Flyer is close, so he points the sword at Dr. Cycle's building and confronts the evil man. He pauses because he can't find the words to express his anger. Instead, he deep breathes and yells, "Do you know what you are doing? There are millions of innocent people out there, and you are killing them off one by one. Haven't you done enough damage? You should be ashamed of yourself. Stealing my technology gives you no right to seek revenge to this cruel society." "Relax, Flyer. Who is fierce? Your domination is yet to come. I don't care how you feel. To deal with you is a waste of my time. My name is not to show how fierce I am. It is meant for the ones who fear me." He raises his sword, arms above head, and turns electric energy on. The two engage in man-to-man combat. Dr. Psycho blocks Fearsome Flyer's sword with a suction-cut metal shield. Sparks are going everywhere. Suddenly, Dr. Psycho pulls out a gun, but the bullets are of no use. They just bounce off Fearsome Flyer's twirling sword. Assassin 2 and 3, having control of the plane, pace up and down the aisles, waving their weapons. Assassin 2, now that there is no hope, don't turn to your phones to save you. We have deactivated communication between the airline and base control. Your only hope would be a miracle. Assassin 3, do we have clearance to begin Phase 3? The upper deck is clear on attack. Is Phase 3 in motion? Continue to Phase 3. The camera shifts to the storage room of the plane. Assassins 4 and 5 continue preparing the bomb, hooking up wires and positioning it near the fuel tanks. If anyone gets up, they will be sorry they did. How many people are on the plane? 66 plus 7 on the flight crew. I only count 71. Search the plane. Assassin 3 carries his gun down the widened aisle. Instead of 2 narrow walkways, there is one twice the size. The wall in the back, where the bathrooms are, is sealed and opens on the hallway. One bathroom is wider. Some airline seats are missing in the back by the bathrooms and are vacant with 2 passengers in wheelchairs. He looks up and down both sections of seats. 2 newlyweds are bound for their honeymoon in Gotham, but they don't know anything is going on outside of the accessible bathroom. The handicap logo is on the door, which reads reserved for the disabled due to medical issues. They're kissing and grabbing each other. Their clothes are wrinkled because of their excitement to be leaving for their honeymoon. Assassin 3 makes his way around the corner. He notices the bathroom sign is occupied, beats on the door, "Get out." He shoots the gun across the door. The 2 lovers obey, exiting the bathroom without hesitation. The woman is missing her heels. The man's buckle is undone. Their hair is messed up. Get back to your seats now. Fearsome Flyer and Dr. Psycho are present atop the roof. There's no more mercy for souls that have left me to approach my goal now. Neither you nor anyone else can disturb my plans, my desires. Only you can see no evil. Only you can feel no pain. All you are is a lifeless corpse rotting in my fortress. Only you can't mend what you cannot heal. There is nothing I am sorry for. I can fix anything. Take a look. This is what you can't fix. I don't intend on fixing our city. I plan to restart it, blowing it up piece by piece, destructing it, and building my kingdom, and one day rule the world. You sick man. He pulls out his sword, this time holding it with 2 arms starting by his waist and raising it up. An electric current comes out of the tip of the metal device. Dr. Psycho reaches into his lab coat and pulls out a metal whip, held together like vertebra, at the end in a circular disc with blades that rotate. I may not be able to pierce you with bullets, but this is my new friend. He will help me get to you. The two fight with anger, exchanging electricity. Fearsome uses his sword to block Dr. Psycho's whip from tearing through his flesh. As the sparks fly, Fearsome Flyer senses danger. He looks away. He knows far away Flight 118 is being hijacked. Fearsome Flyer pulls out his button. When he presses it, his dark Lamborghini screeches to a halt in front of the building. As Fearsome Flyer dives from the building, the car transforms to a slightly large black jet. He flies off towards the plane. Assassins continue to show no mercy. No one gets out of their seats. I don't care if you've got to pee in your pants. Are we set for phase 4? Begin phase 4. All he hears is static. Repeat. Begin phase 4. More static. There is something wrong. I can't hear you. Melissa steps out of the cockpit, coming upon the open bathroom. She proceeds to forward with artillery at hand. She looks at the bathroom ceiling for those wires. At the time, Fearsome Flyer's jet pulls up to the plane's side. It pulls up by the wing and matches its speed. In addition, no wing emerges from the black jet. It fully covers Flight 118's boarding door. A passenger takes a chance and gets out of their seat. They run to the front of the plane and see Melissa step into the bathroom. They slam the door on her and lean on it to lock it. Lasers start shooting from around the extra wing to open the airtight boarding door. The assassins see this and use their communicator. We must abort mission. Abort. The 5 assassins that are free look at their watches. One watch has a CU. An assassin turns the ring around the face of the dock. Then the assassin presses a button to watch, and all 5 assassins vanish. Melissa hears the others aborting the mission. She tries to open the jammed door. The door breaks open. Fearsome Flyer flies through the hollow extra wing. One's in here. Fearsome Flyer proceeds using his voltage to seal the door. Everyone out the door and into my jet. Once everyone, including a couple of wheelchair users already in their wheelchairs, and including Fearsome Flyer, is on board, the extra wing folds inward. The jet veers left, and Flight 118 nears LA Tower in North Huntington Beach. Melissa is desperate to find an escape. The impact of Flight 118 and the LA Tower triggers a massive explosion. Jennifer is immune to feelings that one who has custody of her is the one responsible for her guardian's death. Instead of crying, she exercises her anger. She sees visions of her parents alive. Then she fights a punching bag. She kicks it so hard, she punches it with her foot. She has visions of their gravestones, so she looks up and sees a bull's eye target on the far wall of the second story. She grabs a ninja star and throws it. As it spins in the air, Dr. Psycho returns. The ninja star hits the target directly in the center. Dr. Psycho applauds sarcastically. Nicely done, Jennifer. Soon you will be ready to be by my side. You are a dark princess, soon to be a queen, and you soon will rule with me the world. I have prepared for you a gift for my ruler. As he walks closer, he reveals an odd-looking circular metal crown wrapped in electrical wires. This is for you. The one, the love of my life. This is your head. We will conquer the world. What's in it for me? Well, a name, of course, the chance to be remembered. Let me ask you, would you want to spend the rest of your life as Jennifer, shy, apologetic, warm-hearted, and everyday human? Or do you want to shine as a remembered, then do what I say, the only world... Then do what I say, and the world shall give you a name, Hoodlum. He gives her the crown. She saws the wires in the crown to the back of the ninja hood, only thinking of revenge. Dr. Cycle turns around to leave. Dr. P, I think you have something explaining to do. For what? For my parents' deaths. You think I'm respectable? Why would I do such a foolish thing? Dr. Cycle turns his head their direction, but being annoyed with Jennifer's understanding, makes no eye contact. She knows too much. Kill her. The assassin does some ninja assassin gesture, which means surround and kill. Immediately, ropes fall from the ceiling surrounding Jennifer. She sees this and puts on her hood to blend in with the confronting enemy. One assassin moves forward for hand-to-hand combat. Jennifer welcomes the fight and begins a battle. She starts with some kickboxing kicks. The ninja returns the blows with ninja sweeping, then starts hand-to-hand karate. After a while, another steps in. She is skilled and can easily handle fighting two ninjas. A third joins Jennifer's death trap. By now, she handles this by occasionally spinning to cover all sides. A fourth joins. Jennifer is outnumbered. She handles this by back-kicking combined with what she is already doing. A fifth, sixth, and seventh join. By now she knows to save her life, she must retreat. She jumps over to some hollow pipes they use to hold up a bridge. One comes from behind her, and with her ninja senses, she hears him and blocks his punch. Everyone now knows where she is, and they continue to defeat her. She looks around for objects to throw. The ninja stars are too far and unreachable. If only they were there. She reaches out as if to grab them. Electricity flickers from her crown sewn under her hood. The ninja stars rise from the table and are thrown, as if she actually threw them. The ninjas turn in the direction of the sound, and she makes her move to break free. When she breaks loose, she focuses on large pipes, uses her newly found ability to raise them, guiding them with her hands, and she throws them atop some ninja assassins. The others run away. San Diego Chargers Stadium, night. A football game turns into a bad dispute over power to the citizens of South Huntington Beach. Ninja assassins surround the plaza level, fully armed with guns. Some with missile launchers, some with powerful explosives. They begin to destroy all the lighting fixtures. Dr. Cycle walks to the center of the field, with electric voltage surrounding his body, beginning a speech that could change the course of the doomed city. Ladies, gentlemen, South Huntington Beach citizens, the time has come for a domination of evil forces to control your city. If all of you are smart enough to make the right decisions, I will not harm you. However, the disturbance works in odd ways. Evil can encounter good, good can encounter evil, and in this, the turning point cannot be affected by you anymore. For this is a new age. This is our age. This is an age that cannot be stopped. With my control and some help by my side, I challenge myself to make a new city, a better city, and it will be done for you. Dr. Cycle's thugs are on the plaza level. All three are wired at each hand. They point at the press box seats covered with glass window and shoots electricity. The glass shatters and explodes. The same happens to the Charger Gold Club seating glass windows. You all will have to deal with me and put up with my abilities, for I'm the only one who knows how to use them. Out of the night sky, Fearsome Flyer descends in continuous somersaults to the 48-yard line. You're wrong, Cycle. You stole your abilities from me, and the only way you know how to use them is by using them wrong. No one will accept you and put up with your evil scheme. Haven't you caused enough trouble, Fearsome Flyer? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. Now I can do the unstoppable. Stop this. He pulls out the sword and points it at different areas of the leveled seating by magnetically pulling to different locations. Assassins try to shoot him, and so do the thugs. Bullets bounce and ricochet to the seating. Sparks fly everywhere. Fearsome Flyer begins pointing his sword at the metal canopy roofing over the nosebleed section. The screws begin to loosen, and after disturbing too much weight, some screws get stripped. The ceiling begins to fall like giant flower petals down to the field. There is no sign of Dr. Cycle after the metal sheets fall. I despise terrorists. They're unhuman and should be ashamed of themselves for their actions. There are two sides to every story, and a terrorist only sees one, a dark and twisted plan to overthrow. The other side of terrorism is a side that hides in the shadows, a fortitude of disgust, a deceiver of all truths. All the people terrorism preys upon have a friend, a lover, a family. A terrorist puts an end to a relationship. A relationship makes us whole. So why do you destroy this? Imagine if the other side did the same, destroying terrorist relationships. My story has no ending. This life I have now has only a beginning. I live in a life of hell. My darkest fears are my enemies that I trust no longer. The pathway to life is nothing I choose, but it was given to me. One day the world will understand why I'm Fearsome Flyer.